This week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast is brought to you by listeners like you. Head on over to patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast and subscribe today. Fans, founders, and insiders like you help us keep the Run, Eat, Drink podcast going. And we thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Jeff Galloway, and you are listening to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast.
Welcome to the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We feature destination races from across the country. And after the race, we take you on a tour of the best local food and beverage to celebrate. So whether you are an elite runner or a back of the packer like us, you'll know the best places to accomplish, explore, and indulge on your next runcation. Hey, Runcation Nation! We're here at Epcot, and for the very first time, we're at Epcot International Festival of the Arts, held January 14th through February 21st, 2022, and we're getting it in under the wire.
Just under the wire.
Like 1 day to go, here we are. We made it.
But we're here.
Yes.
After many attempts over the years, we finally made it. And we couldn't resist. We were debating coming in here, which direction do we go on the World Showcase? And
I know.
This is a divisive topic.
It is.
But we are Canada people as opposed to Mexico people.
We are. Do you think it's because of Rhonda Lee? Maybe she makes us international. We have to start in Canada.
Well, whatever the reason, it seems like the right way to go. And
yes.
It seemed like...
I see what you did. The right way to go?
The right way to go. Exactly. But it also seems like the right way to go because of what we first stumbled upon.
Yes.
And that is the Gourmet Landscapes booth in Canada.
Oh, yes.
And we normally get one item, maybe two. We got three. And we're going to talk about those. We got two food items and a beverage. Mm-hmm. The first thing we got is their roasted bone marrow.
You know how we feel about meat and bone marrow. I think
when we're not eating vegan, we love meat.
Yes. And the first time we ever had the bone marrow, I believe, was at the Yachtsman Steakhouse.
Yes.
But this just looked too good to pass up.
Yeah, and they do it here with an onion marmalade, pickled mushrooms, mache, lettuce, and bone marrow snow.
Looks like spring mix.
It looks like a baby spring mix.
And crostini.
And we also have a wild mushroom risotto with aged Parmesan, truffle shavings, and a Zinfandel reduction. Those are the food items.
It looks like a porridge consistency, the risotto, and the Parmesan has it's like a little hat of Parmesan, this thick piece of Parmesan.
A thick, rough shaving of Parmesan, and then it looks like it's topped with mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then our beverage is their frozen rusty nail cocktail, and that's a combination of Scotch whiskey, drambuie, chai tea, and I think some simple syrup, and it's frozen into a slushy consistency. So let's dive into this.
Yeah.
Risotto first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give a little bit here.
Are you getting a little bit of everything?
Oh my. You got to try that.
Yeah.
The risotto's cooked perfectly. It's very creamy, very silky. It's got the Parmesan throughout. It is so nutty and tart and salty.
And you can taste the truffle right away.
Yes. And that funkiness from the truffle is just wonderful. Wonderful. This
Creamy,
is a winner.
salty, creamy, a little bit sweet from the reduction.
And I love mushrooms. I'm so easy to please when it comes to mushrooms.
You like them however you can get them.
I really do.
So
that's an absolute winner.
And it's a beautiful dish.
It is.
Too.
So, but the beauty here really is this this bone marrow. They give you a good 8-inch long hunk of beef bone.
It is large.
And it's roasted in the bone. And let's see here. I'm going to just scoop some out, or at least I'm going to try to, with maybe a bit of this crostini, so that I can get some of these mushrooms that are on top, as well as the greens.
Nice.
So you can get a little bit of everything. Because basically bone marrow is like spreadable beef fat. And it's got this wonderful, luscious, silky texture and beefy flavor. Let's see if that holds true here. It does. It absolutely does. In my mind.
Okay.
Let's hear your thoughts on this.
Let me try and get the same kind of bite you got with everything.
Those mushrooms are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that.
There's a tartness I wasn't expecting.
That's from the balsamic reduction.
Yeah, I was thinking I would get the more prevalent would be like the fatty bone
richness.
marrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that really cuts through so that you can enjoy the flavors.
Yeah, I think if you didn't have that, it would be too rich. This is just indulgent.
It is.
This is very indulgent. It's wonderful. Certainly not something you want to eat before your next appointment with your cardiologist. This is flavor-wise, presentation-wise.
Indulgent, celebratory type.
Absolutely.
And beautifully presented.
They really did a nice job there.
Now,
let's see this cocktail. The Rusty Nail looks like a frozen sweet tea, and it's actually garnished with what looks like a chocolate nail.
Yeah. Yes, it's glittery.
Yeah, painted.
No, okay. It's like milk chocolate, that nail.
That is fantastic. The chai tea is what really comes through on that, I think.
Yeah, but you still get the whiskey.
A little bit of the smokiness of the scotch.
Yeah.
And what I do like is the paint from the nail is kind of coming off in the drink, and it's giving the drink this iridescent, glittery look.
It has already the look of tea. And they did tell us when we came to order it that it normally has a slushier consistency. So it's more like a Slurpee kind of.
Yeah.
Melted a little.
Yeah. Taste-wise, though?
I really like it because a lot of times Scotch will be too peaty for me.
Yes.
And I think the chai just balances everything out.
Mellows
the sweetness, yes. Drambuie.
That's definitely got a great flavor.
Yeah.
So
I think Canada is one of those booths that is always winning at any festival we've ever attended.
yes. Now they do have one dish here that I just don't know that I can do, and that is a carpaccio made out of beets
instead of meat.
I see what they did there, but beet instead of beef for carpaccio. But I think today it's all about the beef. We're enjoying it. We're exploring and indulging around the world showcase here at the 2022 Epcot Festival of the Arts.
The penultimate day of the Festival of the Arts.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Run, Eat, Drink podcast. We're having another great year thanks to your support. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Run, Eat, Drink Podcast. And on Twitter, we're Run, Eat, Drink Pod. You can also give us a call at 941-677-2733 or send us an email at info@runeatdrink.net. Visit our website at runeatdrink.net and click on the subscribe link so you don't miss a minute. Find out how you can support the show at patreon.com/runeatdrinkpodcast. Accomplish, explore, and indulge right along with us. We'll talk to you next time.